Good morning, good morning, good morning. Debbie, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Did I put this? Hold on. No, I'm here. Okay.
Yeah, we're
Um,
live.
yeah, but my counter isn't working. Okay, it's popping in now. Okay, it's starting.
Oh.
So anyway, good morning, good morning, good morning. We only have Debbie for a little while. Uh she has to go get all beautified for her travels starting tomorrow. So once Debbie and I finish our recap on um Forbidden Love, we're going to talk about the Georgia law for assets doing a separation. And then we're going to get on to the news because we got some good stuff. All right. So, good morning, health, wealth, and hope. Good morning, Bambi. Good morning, Black Hat Music. Good morning. Oh, I went back. I saw what you said in Bambi's chat too, that I was going to kill you. I'm not going to kill you. Hi, Tracy. Okay, Debbie.
Yes.
We're gonna finish up with Linda and Christopher.
Yeah, I honestly thought this was overproduced, and then she showed her whole ass. I feel she told her father said it's not gonna happen because you're childish and immature, which she did show. And then she blew up over nothing.
Nope, him
And
telling a girl he had a girlfriend.
But wait, and on the other side, I'm even beginning to doubt their relationship because I feel he just got a transfer over at his job.
I
He
was
wasn't
thinking
really
the
moving for
same
her.
thing. I was thinking the same thing, Debbie.
They need to hire real actors in the future for me to believe these storylines.
But you just moved into this building. This woman is screaming up and down the hall, acting a pure fucking ass.
Yeah, if I was the neighbor, I would have been calling 911.
And now I see why her two marriages didn't last.
Under a year, both of them. I don't know.
Girl.
It just wasn't believable to me. It was just a fail.
So do
But
you think that Chris was actually telling the girl that even though he was showing the phone, but they didn't really show it, that he was in a relationship and he was blocking her?
as long as he told her he had a girlfriend, I think that's 100% upfront. He said, "I have a girlfriend," and he was done with it. What is she doing sneaking back on him? What is she so suspicious
She
of?
said she forgot something.
A lie.
But
A
here's the
lie.
thing. You're so concerned about talking to your dad, your parents about your relationship, but you've gone to visit him several times. You're sleeping in his bed. You're there that night. You slept that night.
But
Uh,
is she though? Is she though?
I
How
don't
many
know.
romantic interactions we've seen with them?
I saw him grab her hand in the car. I saw when she
Well, I
first got
that
there, she had the backpack on. Then when she got in the car, she didn't have the backpack. I
uh-huh,
saw him smile at her. I saw her smiling at him. I didn't
uh-huh,
see any kiss. I saw him hug her in the airport.
right?
Anything else that I missed?
Again, I wasn't thinking about it until this fight because the fight seemed so out of place. So then I went back and tried to remember because Charlotte was boring.
Uh huh.
Tried to remember to see if there was any chemistry. And I couldn't remember a kiss. We're going to have to call up the people in the chat to see if they can remember something bordering intimacy with them. But I didn't see
Except for the
anything.
hug in the airport and the kiss on the lip or the cheek, I don't remember anything else. Look,
But
are
I
we
could do that
wrong?
with anybody.
Girl,
How many people I
girl.
greet with a hug and a kiss on the
I
lips
don't
or the
know.
cheek?
I
You
remember
know?
when Cass came back and I was pissed at him. When I picked him up, I ran and jumped in his arms and it was like a hallmark moment. Okay. We were
Mhm.
crying and hugging and kissing and yeah, that wasn't real to me.
Right,
Sorry.
because you knew that there was going to be some, furtherance of that
Yes, I did.
intimacy.
Yes.
Right. So, where was that with them?
There wasn't any. And that's what made me think about it. And you and I haven't talked about this yet. Something is really off here.
Exactly. And get this, even if you want to pull in the religion, then why is she staying up in his crib?
Thank you. That's what I was getting at. You're Muslim, but and then the way you were speaking to this man, you motherfucker. I mean, girl, she showed her ass
She
in a
did.
hallway where
She
you just
did.
moved into a building causing a disturbance for his neighbors.
Mm-hmm. It was very off for me. It just didn't. The gears weren't meshing. The gears were not meshing. But okay, if we want to go along that they did have a relationship. Remember when they was in the kitchen right after he brought up the U-Haul? She said, I told my dad, and he said no. So
Yep.
then if she's, because she always says then she said she was going to choose her dad over anybody else, or somebody else said that. I can't remember. But she chose her dad because she decided to take a little thing, a non-existent thing, and use it as a reason to break up with him.
Girl. Bambi, I just saw your video. Lord have mercy. Uh okay. But no, she doesn't. And damn. So then when Chris said he's thinking about what his dad was saying, well, he said that on the drive up,
Mm-hmm.
that she hadn't talked to her all the time. What is it? 9 months they'd been together. You
Yeah.
hadn't mentioned him at all to your
Mm-hmm.
family,
Mm-hmm.
except for your one friend. And
Mm-hmm.
he goes and tell his parents he's thinking about converting,
Mm-hmm.
which Muhammad Ali and Mike
Tyson.
Tyson, it hurt. It just hurt. And when he said, "Look at Jesus, look at God, they are good." No, he said, "Look at Jesus, they are good." I'm like, what? No, he are good. He are good. I said he is good, but you have Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson showing true emotions in
Mhm.
front of his Fred Sanford house. I'm
No,
just
but again, Jamal was like pissed that he had to agree with Pastor Daddy, when he said, you're gonna have to prove me wrong, because something's weird that you going all the way over there thinking about converting, and she
yep,
never once said anything to her parents.
not once. Not once. So everybody that's in the chat that's watching this is basically saying the same thing. Islam, the storyline, it was a setup to break up.
Mhm.
Tracy says she's a loose Muslim.
Lord, is she
Hi,
saying what she
Terry.
said the other day? Slapping my face. I can't even say it with a lisp. She was so cute what she said in the chat. That's like a slap in my face, but with a lisp.
She,
Mm-mm-mm.
yeah, she is. Yeah, I don't. I was sitting there. You always flat out. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't
I,
believe it.
I'm too
Hi,
pessimistic. I
Savage.
am.
Uh, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. But here I'm sitting there going, oh, this. And then when the daddy came in the picture and the mama and Debbie again, I watched again. I was looking at the nose. I still don't see it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm
Her
shaded.
nose is closer to what's his name? The other boy, Kevin.
Kevin, his
Right.
brother. Hi,
Because
Savage.
Chris got the real pointy nose, but Kevin, the brother, yeah, I can see it's plausible. Chris
Preacher
looked more
Fred
like the
Lawyer
daddy.
Tyson. That's a slap in the face. Yep, that's it.
Yep.
That's a slap in the face. Some things you don't let someone change you, or you really but Lindsay's to change, or she'll burn in hell.
Tracy's a
What's a
mess.
slap in the face? I know what you meant. He said, but he didn't really say face. He said it with a lisp. He really did.
Mm-hmm.
And it hurt. It
It
just hurt.
hurt. It
It just
hurt.
hurt.
It
I
hurt
was
me right
like, yeah,
here.
I'm like, how many times did it hurt again?
It hurt a lot. A lot. Thank you, Jesus.
Oh, and we have an update on that shooting too, but we're going to discuss after because I know that you have to go. Uh, So we have that one, and then the whole thing with
Mhm.
Muhammad and Ashley. Is it
Yeah.
Ashley
I
or is
think
it
she,
Lindsay?
no, I think she's Ashley.
Ashley, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Is Lindsay and Elmer. Okay.
Mhm.
Muhammad and Ashley.
Mhm.
We said it, you said it too. Well, you said it. No, I said it. That well, we said it.
Mhm.
She was hung up on the word obey.
Mhm.
And when they went to the marriage counseling, and when she
Mhm.
was explaining herself, when that guy leaned over and put his hand on Muhammad's shoulder and he told him,
Mhm.
"You're not translating correctly." I said, "Oops, oops."
Mhm. Mhm.
And he had to break it down. Your animals obey you. She's not your slave. She's not your servant. But he said slaves and they obey. That is your wife. She should listen to you.
Mhm.
I was like, oops. And then Elmer wants to, not Elmer, and then Muhammad wants to say, well, he was basically agreeing with me. No, he was not.
Child, she know her man. She said that lesson went right over his head.
Nope, it went right over his head. But we do see next week that she
Mhm.
will convert, which you've already said. She's already converted. I believe their relationship. Uh,
Yeah.
and I guess it's because of the daughter. They've been together for 3 years, but I believe their relationship.
Me too. Me too. It's because there was so much communication between them. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
There was so much communication between them, so much compromise between them. There wasn't no popping off like Lenza and Chris. Take
Yes.
note of the two different relationships. One is an actual relationship. The other one is a made for TV poop poop. And you could see their connection even without Rosie being there. The way
Yep.
how they spoke with each other with all of the negative vibrations around them, the way how they respected each other in their communication with each other, and the level of compromise was impressive to
Yep.
me for people of this age.
But and that's where it comes to me with Eli and shit. Uh God damn, I can't remember her name now.
And Lori.
And Lori. So with Eli and Lori, with
Hmm.
Muhammad and Ashley, he wants her to convert because he wants to raise Rosie as a Muslim, but she is helping to raise her as a Muslim. But he's given her the time that she needs because if she converts just for him, that's not going to work. She's going to hold resentment towards him.
Right, but don't forget in the Quran, you can't force
That's
somebody
right.
to convert to Islam. It has to be of their own free will. That is first and foremost. So again, he can't do nothing but wait.
Yep. And so that's why I believe their relationship. Now we
Mhm.
have Lori and Eli. Now her name just came to me. Look, girl, it's early. Lori and Eli.
Mhm.
Lori's sister,
Lisa, I think
yes, her
Lisa.
name is Lisa. Lori's sister was telling her that her mother feels that she's losing her daughter and she doesn't know if she's going to be able to come for holidays, which we already know they're not celebrating holidays when she converts, okay, except for the Jewish holidays. She doesn't know if she'll be able to be a part of the grandkids' life, which are some real concerns because he's trying to control, and you can see Eli is controlling.
He is controlling, but here's my thing. She can go for the Christian holidays, but that doesn't mean that they have to celebrate. You understand what I mean? They're
Yep.
just a day to her, much like Hanukkah is just a day for us. You see, we could go over to somebody's to a Jewish household during Hanukkah and sit with them as non-believers of their faith and still respect their beliefs. And the
Debbie,
same could be said for Lori.
when it comes to work, I have a multi faith. Whatever holiday is for the Jewish people, whatever holiday is for, I'm taking them all.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially if it incorporates a gift and you get 8 of them for
Yep.
Hanukkah.
Yep. I take them all. I
Pass me
take
the
them all.
pass me the dreidel. I mean, it's just again, to me, it just boils down to respect. Um, I think the mom is concerned that
And
this
rightfully so. Hi,
right
Esmeralda. Welcome.
because the way how Eli and his mom are approaching this is as if it's an amputation.
And
And
that's the way he's approaching it. And look at what Terry just said. His mom said that she can't do holidays with her family.
she can go and be respectful, but I would not advise
He's
going
not going to
back.
allow that. He's not going to allow that. You remember
But
when she wanted to go to the airport, but they were going through,
it was
I think she was going to Rosh
it was
Hashanah,
Friday night. Yeah, no, it was Friday night. So it's their Sabbath.
Sabbath. And
Hmm.
he said, well, I understand, because he said, you want to go? She goes, yes. He goes, but I really don't want you to be. I mean, and she just obeyed. See, that's obeying. She just obeyed. She hasn't converted yet. So
Yep.
why couldn't she go pick up her sister and her mother from the airport? She hadn't converted yet.
She hadn't. But see I can see why he was telling her just
Oh
get
my
into
God.
the
So you want to practice, but you haven't converted yet. She just got the call from Rabbi Block. I don't know why I
Mhm,
remember his name so well. She just got the
mhm.
call from Rabbi Block that now she's ready to take the test after 6 months.
Yes. So look, there is I can see both sides of it. He's like, look, you're on the way to converting. You know what he should have done in my mind. This is what I think, and I've been saying this to Jamal from the beginning of this series. I excuse me,
Bless you.
sorry. I don't think Eli is
Oh,
sorry. Oh
bless
my
you.
God. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't think Eli has been as supportive of her on this journey, considering how much he's demanding of her
Manding. Yep,
on the journey, right?
exactly.
So, what I feel he should have said in this instance, right? Um, I know you're on the way to converting, and typically, we're not supposed to do anything. But this is your mom and your sister coming all the way from the East Coast
Yep,
to
and they
see
haven't
us.
been there since she was,
And
yep.
because we won't be
Hi,
able to see
Baywatcher.
them, throughout the entire Sabbath, like just run to the airport quick and come back, drop them off, but
Yep,
come back here. Like there was a way to compromise because she hasn't converted
but he
yet.
wasn't trying to
And
compromise.
because it's her family. But this is why the mother is feeling like it's an amputation. You couldn't give that little inch to her. That's why the mother feels the full separation.
Okay.
Now, do I agree with Lisa saying it? I have feelings about that too. Because if that mom said that in confidence, I would have left it for the mother because those are her feelings with her child.
But my thing is, let me ask you something. Why didn't the mom? Well, she was kind of voicing her opinion when they were there, but she did a
Yeah.
lot of it in the confessional. Why didn't
Yeah.
she pull her aside? Why didn't she pull her aside and say, this is how I feel about this? But she did it in
Don't
the
forget.
confessional.
Don't forget, we have the added caveat with these two sloppy messes of meeting and rehab. And first and foremost is the health and well-being and the sobriety of her child. She don't give a fuck about Eli. Her child. And she already see that her kid is stressed with not only the relationship but the conversion. She's not going to add to that for her to topple over and revert back to the way how she was. Because how many years did she lose with her child because of addiction?
Yep, it was a lot. Okay.
It's a fine line that mom is walking, and that's why I was kind of I didn't too much like Lisa putting that added burden on Lori. That was my whole thing. I was hoping it was for TV because Lori looking shell shocked with every episode that's going by.
Yep, but I like his cousin Debbie, and she pointed, and that was her name. She pointed
Oh.
out the fact that she and her husband, he's Muslim, she's Jewish, and they decided not to convert, and they have a great marriage.
Yep.
So why do you have to convert to be with someone? Good morning, Gamecock Jenny. And I like what Tracy just says. That's BS, though. There's 100% of couples that live modern lifestyle and still follow a spiritual commitment to God, period. Oh, they. And then Terry says, I did learn from this episode. I do like when they have couples like this learning other cultures.
Correct. It is true. This is this is actually a really respectful viewing of these various religions that we're seeing. I'm completely surprised because it's on TLC. But I'm still hesitant with regards to Lori and Eli. Oh, my vacuum started up.
I am too. So I'm looking forward to see what happens because
and lastly, with Lori and Eli, I still feel like Eli is atoning for when he veered off the path.
And you keep saying that, and I believe that.
He's atoning for it, but yet he still want to be on that bad path because he's bringing in this interloper, Lori, who...
Yep, and they're doing freaky deaky things in a bedroom that a real Jewish woman wouldn't do.
Right, and it's saving him from marrying Bertha. It really is, because you know, mom got one lined up for him, and he probably know who it is, and her wig probably stink.
Yeah, and that wig that she had on when she was trying it on with her sister, I'm like, yeah, I don't like it.
Well, she didn't have it pulled on properly, and she didn't have her hair all tucked up. And
I like the blonde. I like the one that she had on in the shop that had the highlights and stuff.
The highlights, that was good. And the wig
I like that one.
That on really nicely.
Yep,
but
I like that one. Period.
I don't know if she's gonna keep her hair long because that's gonna be a lot to stuff under a wig full time.
Okay, well, maybe she just won't leave the house, girl. Who knows?
You know he gonna make her work.
Now we have Elmer and Lindsay. Now, Elmer was on TikTok last night, and I hate to spoil it for you guys, but he and Lindsay are still together.
Oh, they are?
Yes. The baby's doing great. Elmer looks good. He's lost. Asked him, I said, you have grown up since the show. He said, I said, it looks good on you. He said, yes, Heidi. He goes, I have. He goes, you know, we all go through changes and make sacrifices. And he was like, but yes, he goes, he's dropped about 56 pounds since the show. He looks great. He's got an album coming out. Him and a couple of people. Yes. Yes, he's got an album coming out. He looks good.
Well, I'm happy for him. I'm glad that they're together.
He was talking about Lindsay like she was there, and he kept looking over. But
you know she's not gonna let him go on social media without her listening.
Yeah, so he looks good. He did a live last night on TikTok, and I was trying to find it so I can show you guys. Well, yeah, I think he removed it because it's not coming up. Yeah, he removed it. It's not coming up. But he's on TikTok under Elmer Miller. He said that he has had he had TikTok for a while, and he had like 50 something thousand followers, and then once he got on the show, it just skyrocketed.
Interesting.
Yeah. He said he was driving when he got the call from the producers of the show to let him know that they wanted him on.
Okay.
Yeah, but he did say they asked him about the card that was sent to his mom. And he says, to be honest, I think she just burned it.
Yeah, because she can't keep the evidence. Because
Hmm.
if the elders come and find correspondence from her shunned child, then they will be shunned.
Well, the way he was talking last night, Tracy, and you guys, he goes live like maybe twice a week. Um, the way he was talking last night, it was like they were still together and they were raising this child.
Maybe they are.
Yep, but he looks good. And you can see that he has grown up since they filmed this. It's all in his face.
So does that mean that he is taking his baths and brushing his teeth and
He's
washing
doing it all himself. But I wanted to talk about these dolls that his cousin Wilma gave them. And they were spooky. But then when he explained it, I understood there was no faces because of vanity and purity.
Yeah, but they're still spooky.
Yeah, they are spooky, but I want an Amish doll. So when I get to Amish country, so when I go to Pennsylvania, I'm gonna make sure Riley takes me. Debbie, I got something to tell you.
Okay.
But I can't tell you live. I got to tell you.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I'm just gonna send it to you. And needless to say, is mom's the word, right?
Okay.
Look, needless to say, is mom's the word, right?
Yeah, but am I going to even know what it is that you're talking about that you
Yep.
sent me? Oh, I will.
I just sent it to your phone.
That doesn't happen
So
often.
anyway,
Oh, here it comes.
shit. The dolls. But when he said that they don't do gender reveals when the thing comes crawling out. They were cute. I want one.
No. I'd have to paste on a face.
No, so I didn't mean to tease you guys. No, it was something me and Debbie were talking about the other day, so I just sent it to her. It has nothing to do with the show at all. So let's see. But I understood, it was vanity, and that it represents the devil if you put a face on it. So I get that. But they had a little girl. Oh shit, I forgot the name he said the baby. I forgot the name of the baby.
As long as it's healthy and the mom is doing good too, that's all that matters. And if they're still together, mazel tov.
That's the way he was making it sound. And I'm serious. Last night he was talking more freely about the show than he ever has.
Well, it's almost to the end now. I mean,
yeah.
Exactly,
Carrie. Exactly. So, is that everybody from Forbidden Love?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So now I want to discuss Michael and Angela real quick. Okay. I saw the post. Matter of fact, I saw it on IG. I think I forgot the memes channel that put it up. They were talking about how JY was saying that Angela can get half of Michael's money from the GoFundMe and TikTok. Okay. Let me show you what I found. Now I also saw what they put on Reddit under 90 days censored, uncensored. Okay. I saw what they put there. So on Reddit, it says in Georgia, separation begins when a couple stops having sexual relationship with the intention of divorcing. Well, they stopped having sexual relationships. I don't think that was any intentions then of divorcing. He just didn't want to fuck her. Okay. This can happen even if the couple continues to live in the same household, which they did. Georgia doesn't have an official legal separation status, so it's not required to be legally, it is not required to be legally separated before filing for divorce. However, Georgia law does not require that a couple live in a legal state of separation before filing. Most states require that you live separate for 30 days, 90 days, 60 days, whatever that state requires before you can file for a divorce. Okay? Georgia doesn't require that. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. So there's a recommended period of at least 30 days. While separated, both parties are still considered married in the eyes of Georgia law. To qualify for separate maintenance, a couple must be legally married, living separately, and neither spouse must have filed for divorce. Now, when it comes to marital assets, assets acquired during a separation in Georgia could still be considered marital property. Now, is Michael's GoFundMe an asset? No.
No, it's a gift. It's a gift.
Thank you. It's not an asset.
Inheritances don't count into that either.
Nope. So it's that's not an asset. We're talking about if he requires a car, stock stuff, he buys a house, a condo, whatever, okay? A boat, whatever. That is considered marital property. And Georgia is an equitable distribution state, meaning that property is divided fairly between spouses, not necessarily equally. Now, here's the thing. I was saying that since Angela purchased that home after they got on the show, that's going to come into as a marital asset. It was required. I mean, it was acquired before the marriage, but it was purchased with the money they both earned from that show.
So then after he ran away and he started making money on TikTok within the last few months, is that a marital asset as well?
Here we go. Income earned during separation. This could be considered a marital income, especially if the couple doesn't have a separate maintenance agreement. Do we think that Michael's attorney put in a separate maintenance agreement? If she's smart, she would have.
Did she put forward that she was applying for support for Michael or something?
No, Michael was applying for support from her.
Right. That's what I mean. Michael's attorney was. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So wait a minute. Let me ask another question. Oh God, I hate law.
I had to go look up Georgia marital assets. While you're separated, because all of this was going around.
So the annulment filing by Angela's side is the official separation, or when he ran away from home is the official separation? When is the official separation?
The official separation happened when they stopped having sex.
But on U.S. shores, he never really did.
That's what I'm saying. In Georgia, separation begins when a couple stops having sexual relationships. Even though they're still in the same household, they're in the same state.
But the caveat is that he wasn't in the household until he immigrated.
But he was in the state of Georgia.
Wait, no. But what I mean is, like, he immigrated in December.
Yes.
Suppose they had sex once, maybe twice. So once they stopped, say
Angela said they hadn't had sex in 3 months. So once they stop, that's separation. If it's on a continual basis, he's on the sofa, they're in the same house, they are legally separated. They are separated.
So she initialized that by confirming that they weren't having sex in 3 months.
She stuck her foot in her mouth yet again.
Okay. Well, All right, so they're separated, but they can count any wages, not gifts, wages earned in that time.
Hi, Scotland. Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
All right.
So I
So
have it up.
how about this? How about this?
I have it up on the screen. I have it on the screen.
No,
Hi,
but
Pooch. Hi, Sweets. Yes,
I
ma'am.
saw the thing that was written up in the pink background thing. I saw that.
Yep.
How about we let real lawyers say what that is, because I
Thank
went
you.
I read in the comments of it, and people were like, bruh, this is wrong. And this is my whole problem with society now. We feel like we could go around and spout wrong things over and over and over
And put it
again
out there.
and say it until people believe it.
Yep.
I'll
So,
keep.
so again, this is what Georgia considers as assets. Okay. Okay. We're talking about house, cars, stocks, bonds, that kind of stuff. What Michael got on GoFundMe is a gift. Now, yes, he is making income. No matter how you see it on TikTok, is gifts, but it converts to dollars. He's making income. But it says this could be considered marital income, especially if the couple doesn't have a separate maintenance agreement. And it says it could potentially be considered.
Michael better be careful.
Michael has a damn good attorney.
Yeah. But I just doubt whether Angela has any sort of liquid assets.
She doesn't, if she's bragging about borrowing money from TLC.
See, that's my thing. And how much has she paid back? And if we talking about assets, what about debts and liabilities?
And she has a lot of those. Okay.
And who's responsible for those?
See, ooh, I didn't look that up.
Because in as much as you are concerned, we concern ourselves with all of the assets of the marriage. What about the debts and liabilities? I have never forgotten that she said she borrowed money from TLC. Michael might have married this woman and not know about her outstanding debts and liabilities.
Okay, let's see what they say. In Georgia, marital debts are generally divided equitably between spouses during a divorce. This means that debts are divided fairly, but not necessarily 50-50. The court will consider several factors when determining how to divide the debts. Who incurred the debt, when the debt was incurred, each spouse's contribution to the debt, the reason for the incurring debt, each spouse's income before and during the marriage, and how long the marriage lasted.
Oh, she's screwed.
Oh,
she's screwed.
Oh, Angela.
Oh my God, she is screwed.
Oh my God, absentee ballot fee. Black Cat, you are too funny. You are fine. I know you're back to work. I know you're busy. You are fine, sweetie. Thank you. Girl. She screwed herself.
Oh my word. Oh my word.
I'm telling you, she never thought Michael would fight back. Yeah. Not once did she believe he would fight back.
No, she didn't think he was capable. She thought she was out scamming him. Oh, poor thing.
So then Screen Rant did this big old thing. Michael caught buying a huge purchase. Girl, he bought tires for a car.
Oh. So okay. Did they admit that it was tires?
Nope.
So what did they say the huge purchase was?
That was the headline.
Uh-huh.
And then they go into about the separation, about him raising more than $51,000. And according to JY, who had recently interviewed or spoke with Angela, I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
But
I so
oh,
done.
I was listening to Madsy this morning regarding this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's of the opinion that the GoFundMe should have get shut down from when they made their target of $25,000, and that what is he going to be doing with all of that money? And this is where I had to disagree with him, because we don't know how long this is going to stretch out.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. My son has his new stripe on, and he just sent me the picture with his ceremony. Oh my God, he looks good in his blues. Oh, my baby looks good with the medals, baby. Hold on. Okay, are we able to see? It didn't grab it? Oh, it went black. Hold on. No, for some reason you can't see. Something's going on with my camera. I'll show it. My baby looks good with the medals. You go ahead on. Oh my God, this is wonderful. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Oh, what is this?
Congratulations, baby.
Brand Bannister. This
Senior master sergeant. Senior staff. Girl, I'm just done. Go ahead, Nate. Okay. So anyway. Let's okay, we were talking about Madsy. Okay, what did Madsy say?
Yeah, I didn't agree with what he was saying. I just didn't. How do I say this? He's of the opinion that the GoFundMe should have been shut down at $25,000 and not take any more money. And he contacted Mary, and Mary told him that Michael said the retainer's already gone, and he doesn't know how much this is gonna cost. Like Michael doesn't know what legal fees are over
Nope.
here, and apparently neither does Madsy. I say leave it open.
Well, it's gone now.
Well, here's the thing though. Leave it open until you get what you get. We can't dictate what people give as gifts.
That's true. And the more Angela was talking, the more people went in there and kept donating.
Right. And so what if he gets $50,000 or $52,000 as he said? And he fucks it all away. When you give somebody, my mother always used to say, when you lend somebody money, don't expect to get it back.
Don't expect it back.
So use that same principle when you donating or giving. When you give, when that money is released from your possession, you can't dictate what to do with it unless you got legal parameters around it. No. And the only time that happens is in a will.
True. That is true.
You donate to the Red Cross. Oh yeah, you can't tell them I want my money to go to this disaster, to this disaster. But you can pick which disaster it goes to, but you can't tell them how to spend it, or spend it on needles, or spend it on
Yep, I need you to spend it on getting this. Once you donate it, it's gone. Once it's gone. Like Black Hat just gave me he just gave me $9.99. He said for the absentee ballot fee, whatever. That don't mean that's what it's going to. Once you give it to me, it's mine. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to do with it.
Yeah, so he's got a lot of legal fees coming up. I thought $25,000 was undercutting it, because she's gonna want to milk this.
Yep.
Hopefully to get back on TV. I think that's what she's going to do. I wouldn't be surprised if she has her representative Gina telling him, look, we could do a court drama. I would
Gina
not.
is good at getting you free shit. That's all Gina's good at. Hi, Carter.
But I mean, he had
exactly, Missy. Unless you're telling me this is what this money is for, that's where it should go to. Not telling people you need a brand new laptop and then go out and buy a mattress because you've been sleeping on the same mattress for 25 years. A $2 mattress at that. I'm sorry. Go ahead, girl.
Yeah, no, stop. He said this is going towards his legal fees, and anyone who has had to get a lawyer in this country knows it's not cheap.
Yep. I've had a few of them. Look, I've had a few of them. A couple I had family. But still, I had to pay filing fees and shit. But with 2 divorces, it ain't cheap. I'm telling y'all, it's 1 divorce in Maryland, 1 divorce in Virginia. It's not cheap.
It's not cheap. So I wouldn't begrudge him any of that money. And you know what? If it comes in under, or I said, even if it comes in where the judgment is stated that Angela has to pay for his legal fees and she doesn't have the money for that, then that lawyer still needs to be paid.
He still needs to be paid. Exactly. Now, whether they garnish whatever wages she has is, or whether they have a conversation she's going to pay, that's up to that attorney. But it's just the same way. When I was going through my first divorce, when I told them the name, you can see the eyes got really big. They were like, oh, we're going to milk this. And I'm like, no, we're not. And, I'm saying it because I saw the look on the face. I said, I want this over with as quick as possible. That's it. I didn't want anything. All I wanted was a divorce. That's it. A divorce. What the state of Maryland did was he can't sell to this day unless he buys me out. He cannot sell anything without me signing. Hi, Chantel.
Anything that was from the marital estate, right? Yeah.
I didn't ask for anything. I just wanted a divorce, a straight out divorce.
Yeah.
Joint custody. I wasn't even fighting for full custody because I knew that was going to be a battle. That's joint custody. That's it.
Yeah.
Give me my divorce.
And in the end, so what if you get to keep $50,000? So what?
Yep.
I wouldn't begrudge him a thing. He earned it in the few months that he lived with Angela. Hazard pay.
That's what we're going to call it. Hazard pay.
He has entertained us, shucking and jiving. For 7
No, I love my wife. No, I just want her to calm down. I don't know why she just don't let me finish. I'm going to send me home then. Boy, her eyes got big.
But here's the thing. He entertained us for all these years, and she gypped him. She gypped him.
Yep. And she said it. She wants somebody to help her clean, take care of mama when mama was alive, help her with the grandkids. I mean, she was buying a slave. That's what she was doing.
Yep. She gypped him when he was in Nigeria, and then she sold him a bag of lies when she brought him here to the States. So whatever he gets, good for him.
But again, they were both using each other. It was a mutual agreement.
Mutually beneficial agreement.
Yep. Now you're butthurt because he's not going to sit there and let you keep freaking abusing him.
He's a man, but you never considered him a man.
Nope. You talked to him like he was a child. You treated him like I was. Give me the phone now. Give me the phone. What is that? Let me see it. Grab that. And then you got somebody from production. Get that phone from him. It's my phone. Just like she said Michael's car was her car. No, baby. You had that car before you got married, before you got there. So that means that your house is Michael's house too.
There you go.
Let's play this game.
There you go.
Let's play the game. Let's play it. Who wants to talk? Let's play the game. You figure because you put tires on that car, or you gave him the money that he earned to put tires or whatever on the car, and whatever, you figured that was your car. No, that was Michael's car. When you got there, he had that car. Now, whether
we saw it on the TV.
Okay, whether you bought it before you got there or not, it's before the marital. So if you're saying that car is yours, then your house is Michael's.
See, this is what happens when you get a non-attorney, someone who did not go to law school, pass the bar, or whatever.
They passed the bar because they're practicing in Georgia, girl. Come on.
No, I meant the person who wrote the pink thing that I saw on Instagram last night.
Yes.
Yeah, because they were speaking as if they were an authority. And I was like, what? And then I read the comments.
I'm like, wait a minute. That is not true.
Well, Screen Rant is in it for clicks and likes. That's what that is.
I'm going to respond to that article. I think there's some way what it says to make your comments, and I'm going to make a comment on it. You need to stop putting this shit out here like it's facts, because it's not.
They don't care about that.
Yep, how she treated him, and that's what he's banking on. That's what she's banking on. I mean, that's what he's banking on. And I mean, his attorney. This shit is crazy. So when I read that, I was like, wait a minute. No, that's not true. That is not true. It's not an inheritance. It was a gift. He was donated that money.
Yeah, people gifted him that.
Now, his income on TikTok, maybe, potentially. But
do you pay taxes on TikTok?
Yes, it's the same thing like YouTube.
So it's earnings.
Yes.
Yeah. So then she better pony up her earnings on TikTok too.
Thank you. See what I'm saying? Girl,
it works both ways. This is what she forgets, because when you start doing stuff like this, it works both ways.
Yes. Keep your mouth closed.
Let the court decide on that.
That's all you gotta do is shut the F up. That's it. Shut up. It's not that hard. But you get drunk, your dentures start floating. You got these little hens up on panel with you that's clucking to everything you say.
Oh.
Yep, that's the type of visa he. Hi, Lainey Lynn.
What kind of visa?
Wait a minute. Why is it Michael's problem? Angela pays for her kids and grandkids. It's not, but JY thinks it is.
Them kids don't belong to him.
Those kids
don't belong to him.
No, they don't. He don't have to pay grandkid support. Remember, according to her, he stole money from the grandkids. Really? Angela, you put all that stuff out there.
She had a lot of people up in that house. Who's to say who took what?
Thank you.
I'm just saying.
Dunn says she thinks she's above it, although that's the problem, that she's going to get away with it because she's an American. No, honey. What is that, Debbie? Just because she's an American, it don't mean that she's going to get away with it.
I don't know.
Are you putting ice in a Stanley cup?
I'm not wasting money on Stanley. I'm a Yeti girl, but I am putting some ice in a water bottle.
Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Health and Wealth said, Heidi and Debbie, you can give up $40,000 in tax-free inheritance in California. I don't know about other states. Then when my father passed away, the inheritance tax was already taken off. Okay.
Hmm.
Terry said, I
Yeah,
was
it does boil down to the state laws
it boils down
regarding
to the state. Yeah.
inheritance. Hmm.
Okay.
And that's
Terry
why
said,
a prenup is real good, because then you find out about all them loopholes.
yeah. I have my Yeti cooler, girl. I haven't used that in a while. I used to take my Yeti cooler to the beach all the time. I was pissed that
Hmm.
these people were talking crap about people donating. Stay in your lane. Yep, you're right. He should get
Nobody can tell
reimbursed
you
for
what to
being
do
the
with
help.
your money.
Oh, damn. Tracy said he should get reimbursed for being the help when he did live
Oh,
there. Hopefully, oh shit.
doing the laundry,
Oh my God.
telling him he can do his later. The
Oh no, you're
kids is
okay,
more
Angela.
important.
Yep. But we're talking about Georgia law. And Angela keeps
Hmm.
putting her foot. Every time she opens, well, I'm not her foot, her hoof. Every time she opens her mouth,
Hmm.
that hoof goes in there and it gets inserted deeper and deeper and deeper. So Kelly said yesterday, I want to tell you, so Kelly's going to
Hmm.
start watching the new series before the 90
Hmm.
day. And
Hmm.
he said anytime we want him on panel, let him know
Hmm.
he's coming on.
Oh, and this is the one with Lauren, right?
Yes, yes. We were on Kelly's TikTok
Hmm.
yesterday,
Hmm.
and I was catching him up on everything that was
Hmm.
going on. He has a nice chat on TikTok.
Hmm.
Then Riley came up, Nunu came up, and then this one girl, her name is Qua, Qui. She lives in Georgia. She knows Molly, and
Hmm.
she is potentially going to be on the show because of her Haitian fiance. And we were telling her,
Oh.
please don't do this. So now she withdrew the visa because Debbie, that noise is killing me. Um,
I'm sorry.
she withdrew the visa because he's trying to get asylum. And I told her, I said, now that you've come up on panel and I know your
Hmm.
story, I said, I'm gonna try my best not to go in on you.
She's trying to get asylum for him. That's a long process, and I don't think he'll get it. Not many people get asylum from Haiti.
Well, he put it in because that's somebody told him to. Mr. Tessa, go out and come back in.
Mm.
Maybe she can't hear because Debbie and her damn ice. But anyway, um, she said that. But then she tells us that she found out this man had a hold as other woman and a child that she didn't know about.
Wait, in Haiti?
Yep.
Oh, well then withdraw all the petitions then.
Well, that's why she canceled her visa. She said, but then, they started talking again, and he asked her to reach back out. But she said she doesn't know if the producers are going to be interested. But she knows Molly. She went to a conference last week with Belial. It was because she's in the real estate as well. So she saw Molly and Bilal in the same week, but she knew Molly before Molly got on the show because she's purchased from Molly before, and she knew Cynthia. So
Interesting.
Riley and Kelly were telling her, make sure you get an entertainment attorney to look at any contract they offer you, if they offer you a contract. And I'm listening to her going, this man was lying to you. And she called
That
him her.
TLC or Sharp Entertainment is going to change it.
Yep. And they told her they're going to make her look like the villain, like she's a crazy black woman and blah, 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 blah. But she wants to get on the show to further her business because she left her federal job to start in her real estate business, her own company. So her name is
Um,
Q-U-O.
what?
And her last name is Hopkins, girl. Molly Hopkins. Her last name is
Mhm.
Hopkins. She's a black woman.
But how? Oh, never mind. Why did he suddenly start talking back to her? And why is she talking again, even though she know we got a wife and kids?
Yep. but she's gonna go on the show. Well, she was in talks with them. Then when she withdrew the visa, she contacted them and let her know. And then it was like they lost interest. But then her boo-boo asked her to reach back out to the show again. So she's got the best advice possible. So we're trying to get Kelly on the Single Life with Nunu.
Oh my God.
I told Kelly, I said, you already know Nunu. She's your friend. Go on a Single Life. And Kelly said they're going to have to come up with some money. So then, somebody came in the chat and going to tell Kelly, Molly wants her money back. Girl, did I snap. Girl, did I snap on that panel.
What money?
I said, I don't know why you guys keep believing everything you see. I said, this is a retired detective with full benefits who had his own home. But Molly but then you remember when they gave him 2 kids too. He had 2 kids that he wasn't taking care of. Yes, she did. She came in that chat and said Molly wants her money back. Then they came in and tried to go at Riley, and somebody blocked it. Riley said, no, don't block anymore like that. He goes, because I got something for him. I said, oh, shit. They getting good. Yep. Hi, etc. Hi, sweetie. Yes, honey. They came in trying to attack Kelly, so I had to put them right in their place. Kelly said, thank you for that, Heidi. I said, no problem. They got this people thinking this man was a damn bum just sitting on a sofa.
Oh my God.
He had his own place. But again, and Kelly has been talking more freely about Molly now too.
Well, maybe
he didn't really want to talk about her, but now it's like, oh, I think
Well, maybe the case is turned, or it's not in his detriment anymore to say anything. He's not stupid.
Her daughter just got arrested yet again. So anyway, so Debbie's in the car, guys. Y'all hear her start the car off.
I got y'all on. I put y'all on mute so y'all don't have to hear all my noises.
Yep. He was a cop, and then he became a detective, and he retired at a detective salary, full benefits, 401k, everything. He's got his own home. He doesn't live with his mama. His own home in Brooklyn. And he did said he was at the parade, and he says, Heidi, this shooting happens every year. I say, shit. There was another school shooting yesterday too. God damn it. Or the day before. So anyway, wait a minute. I love this channel. Oh, you are always safe here, etc. Always. We got you, girl. We got you. So anyway, we had that to say about them. So I don't know if you guys have heard about the woman whose husband was drugging her every night and would let strange men come in and have sex with her while he recorded it. Have you guys heard about that?
What?
Yes. Hello? Did you guys hear about that? Well, if you didn't,
I didn't hear about that. Please tell. Please tell.
Here we go. She's 71 years old now. Whoo!
What? Recording granny sex?
And it came to light because of the fact that her husband was.
A court in France has heard shocking testimony.
Her husband was being investigated for something else, and that's what led them to this. Here we go.
A court in France has heard shocking testimony from a woman whose husband is accused of enlisting dozens of strangers to rape her after having her drugged. The abuse is said to have gone on for over a decade, with the husband filming what happened. Today, the woman, Giselle Pellico, who's abandoned her right to anonymity, told the court of her horror at discovering what had been done to her. Our Paris correspondent Andrew Harding has the story, and his report contains distressing detail.
Oh, wait a minute. Trigger warning. Hold on.
In a courthouse in the city
Damn it,
of
what?
Avignon,
Where
one
my
woman's
girl at?
voice shook France to the core today. This is Gisèle Pellicot, walking tall, choosing to face the cameras as she came to tell her bone-chilling story. On trial here are these 51 Frenchmen, all accused of raping Pellicot as she lay unconscious in her own bed, drugged by her own husband. In the courtroom, facing that husband, pictured standing here, Pellicot described the moment her happy marriage collapsed, when a French policeman showed her pictures from her husband's laptop, pictures of strangers raping her. Her testimony, spoken here by a translator.
It was hard to recognize myself. Then the officer showed me a second photo and a third. I asked him to stop. It was unbearable.
Thank you.
I was lifeless in my bed and a man was raping me. My world fell apart. I'm speaking now not for myself, but for all the women who are drugged and abused.
After giving evidence, Pellicot kept her composure in front of the media.
I think I've said everything I could. It's not easy. There is a lot of pressure. We're going to have to fight to the end. This trial is going to last 4 months.
Pellicot's husband, Dominique, has already confessed to everything, to repeatedly drugging his wife over the course of more than a decade. But many of the other men, also on trial for raping her, have told police that either they didn't realize she was unconscious or they assumed her husband's consent was enough. But that kind of argument has provoked fury. Today, the husband's lawyer said other accused might argue it was sex, not rape. But when the videos themselves are shown in court, there will be no doubt what really happened.
So they're going to show the videos in court. The youngest one was 20 years old, and which several of them were neighbors, but the youngest one was one of the ones that worked on her bike. And she said she was always speaking to him, not knowing this is what happened to her, but he knew.
That's shameful. That's shameful. Oh,
disgusting.
She's campaigned for the issue of drugging and raping to be taken far more seriously across France. And outside court, activists called for the courage shown by one woman to lead to wider changes in laws and attitudes. Andrew Harding, BBC News, France.
Thank you, Andrew. What do you guys think about that? Drugging and raping your wife.
A court in France.
Drugging and raping your wife. She was
yeah,
raped
but
by
it wasn't even that. He allowed other people.
Nope.
Yeah, he allowed other people to come in there and do that to his wife.
72
Ew,
men.
Gross.
72 men. 72.
Some even had children. Most of them crushed sleeping pills. It was being done to Dominique Pellicot.
So there he is.
He's 71 years old. For over a decade, he drugged his wife. Her name is Gisèle. He drugged and then raped her. And not just that, he invited 72 other men to also rape her. Gisèle did not protest or complain. Do you know why? Because she had no idea that this was happening to her. She was so heavily sedated that she was unaware of what was being done to her for 10 whole years. It's hard to even imagine it, let alone living this nightmare. The case is now in court. The husband and 50 other men are on trial. All hearings will be public. More horrendous details are expected to be revealed. The abuse is said to have begun in 2011. The couple lived in Mazan in southeastern France. Every evening, Dominique would crush sleeping pills and anxiety medication. He would mix this in Gisèle's food. That put her into a deep sleep. Experts have compared it to a state of coma. Then he raped her, and then he went online to a chat room. He invited other men to rape and sexually abuse his wife. These men came from all walks of life: truck drivers, soldiers, a journalist, a nurse, a prison guard, an IT expert working at a bank. They were between 26 to 74 years of age. Most of them were either married or in a relationship. Some even had children. Most of these men raped her once, but some kept coming back, raping her as many as 6 times. The police says she was raped at least 92 times by 72 men. And her husband, Dominique, filmed all of these acts. He had very strict rules for these men, apparently, to make sure that his wife remained unconscious throughout. The men were asked
to undress in the kitchen so that way they don't leave any clothes, and not to wear any different, no colognes, no nothing, because he didn't want her to be to smell different scents.
This is so gross on so many different levels.
It is gross.
How did these other men think this was okay?
We're gonna find out. Seriously, this is sad.
Kitchen. They were banned from smoking. They could not wear a cologne. They were asked to have neat fingernails. They were asked to warm their hands. He made them run their hands under hot water so that the touch wouldn't wake her up. And all of this went on for nearly a decade. Through this period, Giselle lost weight. She lost her hair. She was forgetting days. The family thought it was Alzheimer's. Her husband told her it could be tiredness. Of course, she believed him. They'd been together since she was 18. They had 3 children. Giselle believed her husband could do no wrong. But all of it changed in 2020. One day, she was summoned to the police station. Dominique had been arrested. He was at a grocery store where he tried filming up the skirts of 3 women. They reported him to the police. The police seized his cell phones, cameras, and other devices. And on them, they found 300 photographs of Giselle. She was unconscious in the photos. The police also discovered chats. They began an investigation, through the course of which they found 20,000 videos and photographs. 20,000 videos and photographs. Most of them were labeled. They were kept in an electronic folder called Abuse. Giselle had...
You heard it, right? The folder was named Abuse. Okay? Abuse.
Had no clue. She had no memory of being raped or abused. The family was in for a shock. In fact, Dominique had not just filmed his wife. He kept nude photos of his daughter as well.
I wasn't going to tell y'all that, but there you go. Nude photos of his daughter as well.
When these details came out, he admitted to his crimes. So did the other accused. Most of these people said that they thought it was happening with her knowledge. More than 72 men. 50 of them have been identified so far. They're all going on trial. If found guilty, Dominique faces up to 20 years in prison. And what about Giselle? Well, she has divorced him, and she wants a public trial. She wants all the details out in the open.
This is also a way for her to say that one can overcome this challenge, even though it's just the beginning today, that this has to be made known, and that shame should switch sides.
The case has shocked France. It's more than a criminal trial. It's a shameful commentary on the society. This is a country that touts its progressive values. It says it defends women's rights. Yet women are not safe in the most intimate of spaces. They aren't safe in their homes. And this is not a one-off case. Multiple French surveys have shown that most of the abuse happens at home. Most of the victims are women. A lot of them are either drugged or suffer blackouts. Of course, the larger problem is not unique to France. Women are not safe in public places. They're not safe in workplaces. They're not even safe at home. It is a chilling realization. Abuse is not confined to dark alleys or public spaces. It permeates even the walls of our homes. This case may test the collective conscience of France, but it's also a painful reminder that women's safety is constantly under threat. This horrific crime may be one of the most extreme examples, but it's very much part of the broader problem. Nowhere is truly safe for women, often not even their homes.
There you go. He had nude pictures of his daughter as well. Debbie? I think Debbie's.
I'm here. I'm here. I took myself off mute. That, oh my God, there's nothing to say. Like, the blatant disrespect for women, his wife, his child, his daughter. Like, what?
Yes,
I have no words. I have no words. But I would love for you to follow up on this as the
I
trial goes
am.
through.
I
And
am.
good on Giselle that she's willing to put all this out there.
Oh, girl, you know I got this. When I heard about it, I was like, wait a minute, what? So I started digging and I started finding newspaper articles. And then, of course, I go to YouTube to see if there's a video. Like, I didn't even know that was on Reddit until yesterday. And I think they sent me that to get my reaction because I was live. But it's all good. I was shocked. But anyway, this woman, they were married since she was 18 years old. She's known him since she was 18. I think married by the time they were 19. She's 71 years old now. You saw her daughter, and it was one of her sons that was there. They have 3 kids together. And then you have nude photos of your daughter. What kind of sicko are you? Nude photos of your daughter. This shit is crazy.
Like, what? Like you said in the clip, like you said earlier, why didn't he just divorce her? What could she have done to him for him to cause, like, for him to hate her that much?
He was just sick.
I don't know. That's unexplainable. What else did his attorney say anything at all, like in defense of his actions? Anything? Like, how are they going to court with this? Like, if I was his defense attorney, I would sit there and go, whatever they said. Like,
This
you
shit is
can't
crazy.
defend this kind of behavior.
I told y'all I go find the news that you guys probably don't know about. This is crazy. So so this year for school, I think we've had 42 school shootings this year. Since January, is it? No, 38 school shootings this year. There was a kid shot in Maryland at a high school. There was a this is fucking shit is crazy. It's disgusting.
Well, we had the summer off, but school just started and all of these shootings are happening already. Wow.
So there was a student killed at a school in Maryland yesterday. It's Japatow High School. The young man died at the hospital. Hold on, I want to show you this. School just started. School just started. And that's, you know what? Kids were scared. Kids were scared of monsters. Now you have to be scared to be in school with this bullshit. With this sick. So it was a 16-year-old boy that was taken into custody. The young man was actually shot at an apartment complex near the school. The young man that was killed was Warren Curtis Grant, 15 years old. The sheriff said that the call came in around 12:36 p.m. on Friday for an active shooting situation. turned out the incident was not active shooter, but it was a targeted thing. A 16-year-old boy, it was his first day at Jupitertown High School, shot a 15-year-old classmate in the bathroom. Hello?
So wait, whose first day was it at the high school? The person that was shot or the person who was shooting?
The person who was doing the shooting. Hold on a second. Let me grab
So
this.
wait, what?
Yeah. So in
That's what
Maryland.
you do on your first day?
Yep. So the 16-year-old was previously known to law enforcement. Okay. He had a juvenile. They have had calls on him in the past. There were 10 instances involving this 16-year-old boy. And hold on, let me just pull the video. Hold on a second. Let me get this video. Hold on. Jupitertown High School shooting. Here we go. I don't have to type that much. It pulls up. Okay, hold on. Let me get this. This shit is crazy. And then we're going to talk about Coat. Okay, we're going to definitely talk about him.
MAR 2 News at 5 begins now with breaking news.
You want to lock your children up and just keep them safe. But, you can't. You have to send them to school. But it's hard.
I'm Jeff Morgan. We start with breaking news from Harford County. A 15-year-old Joppa High School student shot and killed in the bathroom at school. The alleged shooter, another student, is in custody. WMAR 2 News' Elizabeth Worthington, live outside the school tonight with the latest. Elizabeth.
Joppa.
Yeah, Jeff, we actually just found that out about 15 minutes ago. The Harford County Sheriff gathered reporters here near the school to provide that update that nobody wanted to hear. That shooting broke out just after 12:30 this afternoon after a fight broke out inside the boys' bathroom between the 15-year-old victim and the 16-year-old suspect. The suspect took out a gun and shot the victim once. Then the victim was carried out into the hallway where the school resource officer, the principal, and the nurse immediately came and tended to him while they waited for police. The first police officers arrived within 2 minutes. 100 more arrived within 15 minutes. During all that commotion, the suspect was able to flee the school. He was going around the neighborhood, banging on people's doors, many of whom then called 911. So the sheriff credited the community with helping them catch the suspect so quickly. He will be charged as an adult. His name has not been released yet because he is a juvenile, but we could get that name later once he's charged. It's unclear if he had a previous juvenile record, but the sheriff said he was not, quote, unknown to us. He was not unknown to us. He did respond to calls for service involving the suspect before, but the sheriff declined to elaborate further on that. He also said that firearm was not recovered. He says, I have no idea where it is. All we know is that we don't have it. It could be in the school. It could have been dropped somewhere outside the school. And when the sheriff was responding to that question, he expressed his frustration with the Maryland Child Interrogation Protection Act that prevents police from interviewing juveniles until they talk to an attorney. And he says that it's legislation that really handcuffs the police because they can't get answers to the questions that they have and that the community has as well. But the parents, they're also really fed up. And after today, they were really shaken up.
I'll tell you this. I agree with homeschooling at this point. It's dangerous. These young kids, I really don't know who to put.
See, I can't agree with, okay. Well, I understand homeschooling, but that doesn't build their social skills. So would you rather keep your kids safe by keeping them home and them having no social skills, or take a chance on sending them to school where something like this could happen?
Or how about trying to change legislation?
I knew you were coming back with that one. I knew you were coming back with that one. Good morning.
It's all about the down ballot vote. Vote in people who will do something about removing the guns from our streets.
Exactly. So hold on. Let me finish this out.
The blame, if it's the parenting or if it's the government. you just don't know who to really blame at this point.
And we did hear both from the principal and the superintendent, who said that their hearts go out to these families, and they're not sure when the school is going to reopen next week. That plan is still in flux, but they did say when they do come back to class, counseling will be available for students. In Harford County, Elizabeth Worthington, WMAR2 News.
That was that young man's
mother of the 6-year-old
first
boy.
day of school. So this is about the little boy that the barber killed, beat him. Oh, okay. Let me just play this.
Beaten to death with a piece of lumber, is speaking exclusively to ABC7. Her son's babysitter, Ernest Love, is charged with murder and torture. Orange County reporter David Gonzalez has the heartbreaking story.
The barber beat a 6-year-old kid with a piece of lumber. He was his babysitter.
I was genuinely blindsided. You know, I trusted him with my son.
Charlene Sefour's heart is crushed, knowing the person she believed would take care of her son, Chance Crawford, instead caused him unimaginable pain.
He died a brutal death. It was brutal. He did not deserve to go out that way.
You did that, man. See that? There's going to be a lot of stuff you're scared of, but it don't matter. You got to push through it.
Okay.
This is one of the many videos Ernest Lamar Love sent to Chance's mom anytime he babysat.
He came in my son's life just as a male figure. He taught him things. He helped him overcome certain fears that my son had.
But on August 30th, Sefour's life began to crumble after she dropped Chance off at Love's barbershop in Placentia before heading off to work at St. Joseph's Hospital. Later that night, Love called to tell her he was rushing Chance to the hospital.
He did tell me that he was doing jumping jacks. He had him working out and he fell and hit his head. And that's what's hard for me, because I believed him when he told me.
Prosecutors say Love had beat the 6-year-old with a piece of lumber for wetting his pants at a park, then poured hydrogen peroxide on the open wounds and forced him to exercise until he collapsed.
How could you do this to a child?
6 years old.
It doesn't warrant what happened.
Love, who went by Azariah, was part of Amazing Church in Lake Elsinore as a minister and prophet.
He did
a minister and prophet. A minister. This shit is sick.
the right things. He helped people move.
Debbie, what's so funny?
The word prophet.
Yeah, prophet. That's what I laughed at too.
That should have been red flag number 1.
Girl.
He helped give advice, like he's, help people, start businesses.
But he had been suspended from his roles due to inappropriate behavior with women. They never suspected he would be capable of doing what he's accused of.
We poured so much into him and he failed us. He failed us. He failed our faith. He failed us. He failed Charlene.
Most importantly, they say he failed Chance.
Look at this beautiful little boy. 6 years old. Beaten with a piece of wood. And then he poured peroxide on the open wounds and made him exercise.
Chance died on Tuesday after being declared brain dead and taken off life support.
I want justice for my son because he did not deserve that.
This is just an absolutely heartbreaking story. Now Chance's mother is urging other single mothers out there to be extra vigilant as to who watches their children, so something like this never ever happens.
Not just single mothers.
Hello, I'm
mothers,
Mark Brown.
period.
Get more great
Mothers, period. Not just single mothers. Okay? Not just single mothers. Let's just clarify that. Not just single mothers. All right. Let me show you this one about the school, about Coat. Okay? Coat and his father, Colin, 54. Everybody kept asking, where did he get the gun? Where did he get the gun? Well, now we know where he got the gun. Okay? Here we go.
Pace and what may be a legal trend ongoing right now. A parent and his son in court separately today, both charged with murder for a mass school shooting at a high school in Georgia. 14-year-old Colt Gray charged as an adult with 4 counts of murder. His father, 54-year-old Colin Gray, also charged with murder after investigators say he gave his son the AR-15 assault-style rifle that he used to kill 4 people and wound 9 others. I would assume
he gave it to him as a Christmas present. Now, was this before the cops came in December of 2023, or was it after? That is the question. You gave your son an assault rifle after the FBI came to your home.
News anchor David Navarro here now with the very latest. David?
Bill, every day we're learning more about the mass shooting this week. Investigators saying there were warning signs of trouble a year before lives were lost and students wounded. But despite questions surrounding the 14-year-old suspect in this case, investigators say his father still bought him an assault-style rifle as a Christmas gift.
See, they say they still bought him after they came to the home. He still bought him that rifle.
14-year-old Colt Gray faced a judge for the first time this morning in Georgia in the wake of a mass shooting at his high school on Wednesday.
In essence, you're charged with 4 counts of felony murder.
Sorry, guys, I gotta go. Have a great day.
Oh, you get beautified and send me pictures.
All right, I will. Bye.
Bye.
Tears, others struggling with their loss. All just sitting feet away from the teen charged with opening fire at his school with an assault-style rifle, killing 2 students and 2 teachers. A short time later, his father entered the same courtroom. 54-year-old Colin Gray, appearing emotional, was charged with supplying the weapon that was used in the deadly shooting. All of this coming a year after investigators questioned them both about online threats a student claimed Colt made about committing a school shooting. The case closed at the time after police could not find evidence to prosecute. But several months later, according to 2 law enforcement sources, Colt's father bought his son the very AR-style gun.
Several months later, after they went to the home, he bought him this assault rifle.
Used in the killings this week.
These charges stem
so they went there
from Mr. Gray knowingly allowing his son, Colt, to possess a weapon.
The arrest and charging of an accused school shooter's parent, reminiscent of the recent landmark case in Michigan, where Jennifer and James Crumbly were sentenced to prison time. It was the first time parents were held criminally responsible for a mass school shooting committed by their child.
A lot of this case is going to depend on what the father knew or should have known.
Neither the alleged shooter nor his father entered a plea today in Georgia. Prosecutors say additional charges are expected to be filed in this case.
There we go. Additional charges will be filed.
14-year-old Colt Gray is being charged as an adult. He is facing the maximum penalty of life without parole because due to his age, he's not eligible for the death penalty.
So there we go. Now we know where he got the gun from. His father. His father. So there's a story about one of the victims. So hold on, let me show you. The teen, one of the teens, he had texted his mom from the bathroom right before he was shot. Ah, Jesus.
Is news now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jan Jeffcoat. It is Friday, September 6th. Police announcing the serious charges last night linking that parent to the murders investigators say his son committed. Now, those charges do come one day after the FBI raided the family's home, and it was not the first time they had been there. Angela Brown is at the live desk with the latest on the investigation. And Angela, the father charged with more than a dozen felonies, and now the son's going to face the judge for the first time today.
Yeah, we're going to see him for the first time in court very soon now. Georgia school shooting suspect Colt.
I mean, there's nothing loaded, but they are down.
Making
this
online
is the
threats
audio from when they went
commit
to the
a
house.
school shooting.
Do you have weapons in the house? I do. Are they accessible to him? They are. I mean, there's nothing loaded, but they are down.
We do a lot of shooting. We do a lot of deer hunting. He shot his first deer this year.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, so like I'm pretty much in shock, to be honest with you.
Well,
I'm a little pissed off, to be even really honest with you. If that is what was said.
Well, the community grieving together Thursday afternoon at a vigil to honor the 4 lives taken. The 2 14-year-old students were killed and 2 teachers' lives gone far too soon. Mason Schermerhorn, who texted his mother from the restroom moments before his life was taken, Christian Angelo, described.
This young man, Mason, texted his mother before he was shot and, pew-pewed and K'd. Texted his mom.
By family members as a free spirit, sweet and caring. You have Richard Aspinwall, a math teacher, a football coach. You have Christina Ermy, also a math teacher. 8 other students and another teacher were also hurt. Now, during a search of the suspect's home, authorities also found documents they believe were written by the team that reference past school shootings. Now, we're keeping an eye on the latest coming out of Georgia right here at the Live Desk and online all the time at thenationaldesk.com.
So he was looking up school shootings. Now, the dad was pissed that he even wrote that, or if he did write that. But then he buys him an assault. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. Just get out of here with that. This is crazy. I said the cycle had begun. And it has. It really, really has. And you're right, He-Man. I love your name. Walking on a school campus should be safe. For some kiddos, school is their only safe. Exactly. You don't know what's going on in these homes. School is safe for them. Oh my God. My granddaughter is in college, first year, wants to be an English teacher. I'm afraid for her too. That's so true. I'm going to drop the link real quick. If anyone wants to come up and discuss anything that we covered this morning. And I'm going to do that. I know a lot of creators don't like dropping their links, but I like to hear what you guys have to say. And to be honest, it keeps me, I get lazy sometimes. I'm trying to catch comments and trying to make sure I catch the ones that are really relevant to what we're talking about. And I try my best to keep my eye on the chat so I can have, I can respond to let you know that I am being active or interactive with you guys. In my late 40s, feel like an old biddy saying this. Our world, it has become terrifying. When I was a kid, we didn't worry about stuff like this. We didn't worry about stuff like this. I'm a high school English teacher, certified grades, K to 12, not teaching anymore. Chantel, if you want to pop up to give us the latest. Oh, the latest on Lisa. The latest on Lisa. Her sister Jess has finally came out and said that when she picked up Lisa from the from outside of the facility after she was begging people for money, that they did talk about her going to rehab. There was never any plans for Jess to drive her to rehab on Wednesday or Friday, which we knew this. I don't care how many times Jess has come out or her other sister has come out and said, don't send her money. They still do. They still do. And as far as Rich, what's his name? Rich Homie Quan, it was a fentanyl-laced pill. And they're definitely looking into that as well. This is just crazy. This shit is just crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm getting messages all over the place. A video. A teen girl was lit on fire at high school by fellow school student. Oh my God. What is wrong with these people? Crafting with Amanda. If I may ask that everyone keep my mom in their prayers. I found out yesterday she has had, girl, you don't have to, please keep a Crafting with Amanda's mom in your prayers. Send prayers out to her, please. We had an earthquake and fire drills as kids, lockdown drills. Yes, they are required at all schools now. Yep. They have to do the active shooter stuff. Exactly. But Lisa created a Discord, okay? She created a Discord. Let me tell you why she created this Discord. Because she knew she wasn't going to a rehab facility. She's going to pretend that it's somebody else that's talking, just like she pretending, yes, just like she pretended to be this woman named Melinda, okay, who gave up all her 401k money to feed the homeless, and the dumbass is going to come on camera with all her hair in her face, like people are not going to recognize your teeth and you, okay? Okay? Like people are not going to know it's you. So again, she created this Discord so she can be in there talking, so she can start begging for money in the Discord, because she doesn't want to come on live and do it while people are thinking she's in rehab. She is not in anybody's rehab. There were beds available at that facility. When you go to a facility, the facility either gives you the meds there, or they put you on a transport to take you to a clinic to get your meds. Hi, Mayan. As a retired school teacher, I wonder how many young people looking to become a teacher it probably will affect. I have I have like 3 or 4 friends in Houston that are teachers. One of them used to teach at high school. And she lost her temper one day in the class, and she had to go to middle school. She says, I can't deal with these grown-ass people. Thank you for sending prayers to Amanda's mother. Yep, and you have parents that are afraid. I told you guys about this woman that lived next door to us when I said the condo. We were in a townhouse, and her kid used to grab knives and stuff and chase her around and do all kind of things to her. And that's the same kid that hit Nathan one day. And I told him, the next time he puts his hands on you, bust him in his nose. And that's exactly what he did. And I wasn't mad about it. Yep, no dealer is going. Why? Yes, thank you, Missy Tessa. And Missy, I don't know if you follow Lisa or not, but you know what active addiction look like. I've never worked with addicts or anything else, but I know she's in active addiction. You can see it. And today Riley is doing his Quiet Storm. Yep. They're entitled No Fear. Hey, sweetie, good morning. Yep, there are lots of trolls in her Discord, and they're coming out and they're putting everything out there. Everything is being put out there. Amanda, look at all the prayers you're getting for your mom, sweetie. She's trying to disguise herself. Well, no, I don't know if she's trying to, but she did it before. She pretended to be some lady named Melinda, who had used all of her 401k money to feed the homeless. And now she's coming on TikTok to ask for help. And then people kept saying, Lisa, I know it's you. Lisa, I know it's you. And she comes on camera. It was funny as shit. I wish Chantel, do you have that clip? Put her hair all down. See, I don't know who you people believe, who you people think I am, but you see me? It was her. It was her. Oh my God, she put a pic of Shadow on the Foster's lap. Oh my God. I went to school with high school bus driver, saw her at Kohl's with the black eye. She told me oh my God. Yep, people are paying to watch her die, and some of them think it's funny. Also, maybe this is why our women are not becoming mothers, scared of what's happening to our children. It could be. It could be. There was another school district in Georgia that got threats as well. Oh my God. Yeah, well, I think I heard about that too yesterday or the day before. Part of the problem in the schools is the hiding and covering up things that happen. 2 teachers had a fight at my kid's school. Police were called and everything. The school was mad that it was put out. Of course. I posted the pic of Shadow on my tab. Okay. Hi, Pam. I didn't see you come in, sweetie. Good morning, Pam. How did I miss Pam? I didn't see Pam come in. And Missy, she says herself that she's a good manipulator. She said it herself. There was 2 yesterday, one which is where my kid goes, cancel school. Oh my God, Kay, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry to hear that. This is crazy. So there is one channel. Chantel, did you ever answer me? Do you have that clip of her pretending to be someone else? And then when she came on camera, everybody knew it was her, period. Hi, Simply Sophie. No, she did not. Welcome to the chat, Simply Sophie. No, she did not go to she didn't go to rehab at all. And her sister went on a panel and said that there was never any, but I don't know why she waited. But I think that's when she found out that her sister was lying, because she hadn't been on TikTok for a while. There was never any plans for her to drive her anywhere on Wednesday or Friday. Lisa is in active addiction. I know that you, Simply Sophie, I know Missy Tessa works with addicts. I know that you were doing a recovery channel. I know that Krissa has offered her help. You cannot give her help unless she's ready to get the help she needs. The woman didn't get help when she lost her son. When her son left, then she lost her youngest son. Her other daughter don't want anything to do with her. Abby, I think, is still helping her. She lost her apartment. She has no lights. She lost her dog. She doesn't care about anything except getting high. People are feeding this addiction. Some people are doing it on purpose because they want to see her OD. Yes, she lied again. Abby is in active addiction. Abby had a baby and she doesn't have custody of her baby. Yep, she's not ready for help. And Krissa offered her help. She was talking to Krissa and then she just cut Krissa off. She's in active addiction. And now that the apartment complex has gotten the right, they gave her 10 business days. So now the sheriff posted the notice on her door. They're taking possession of the apartment. So that's when she comes with, oh, I'm going to rehab. And I wrote in her chat, I said, so it took you to be evicted to want to go get help for yourself? All she wants is, and then she lost Big Cole to an overdose. Your kids, 3 of your kids lost their father to an overdose. That's not enough to stop you. And then to hear Jess says she's been addicted to meth and crack since she was 19. Well, 19 years. 19 years. Yes, her daughter got the baby taken. The baby was born addicted. The baby was in NICU. That's what I was saying. You know, I don't, so many people have offered her help. Now she's not getting the money that she needed. So now she's over in Discord. But people have figured her out. All of these older women she's taking advantage of. She was on, we saw the C pipe. Well, although you could do meth there too. And then in Abby's room, she had Narcan in her room. So you're an addict that keeps Narcan, and you were still using drugs while you were pregnant with your child. Oh, I can't wait either. Which I hate to say it that way. There's people from certain Discords. There's people in her Discord that are coming out and telling everything. The baby was in the hospital. Now, if it was like Heather's child, the baby stayed in NICU and then they took custody, temporary custody, but now Xavier's mom and his dad has that baby. According to what I've been looking at, Xavier has now disappeared as well. Yep. It is sad that her life is entertaining to people, but it's like everybody that watches JY. It's a train wreck that you can't turn away from. When she came out that Friday, I said, I'm going to give her the Sunday or Monday. Shit, she was live Saturday begging. I said she wasn't going to rehab. That's why I keep saying I'm a psychic. Damn, I'm psychic. She wasn't going. She's not ready. And then when people are going, you look good. I'm looking at the soot marks under her nose. I'm looking at her hands from the pipe with all the soot. That's why she was always trying to stay in the dark or try to keep her head down. But then she was trying to keep her hands down. When I saw her hand, I said, show me your hands. It is sick. Hi, Pam, sweetie. I hope you're feeling better. You sounded like you was sick. No, she's not ready, Sophie. I can't call you simply Sophie. Sophie, she's not ready yet. 262. She's not ready yet. You can see she's not ready. I mean, and then no matter how many times you say don't give her money, her own sister. The channel that I didn't want to mention, the channel name is Ghost. He has the recording of her sister on that panel telling you guys there was never any plans. My uncle was addicted. Well, I'm sorry. My uncle was an addict. He's still an addict. Once an addict, always an addict. When my grandfather died, I told you guys he cut the grass up and down on both sides of the street. And this is a long lane, what's called the lane. Long lane, both sides. So I get there from Virginia Beach. He asked me for a couple of cigarettes, and he asked me for 10 or whatever. I gave him like $20. My grandmother got so mad at me. I said, why would I not give it to him? I'd rather give it to him than to have him go rob somebody and get shot. Now he's been clean. He's been clean for years, but he'll tell you what, and he's relapsed a couple of times when he went through his divorce, everything. But once an addict, you're always going to be an addict. He fights it every day. He doesn't drink because that'll lead to other things. He stopped smoking cigarettes because that'll lead him to want to go do something else. She's never going to be. You know what? We have watched her OD twice. Once they came and Narcaned her. The second time is when the cops showed up, Officer 187, when she was foaming at the mouth on a live. Next time, no one's going to call. No one's going to call. And she's just going to die. Yep. I'm very proud of my uncle. Even when he relapsed, we were all there. I'm going to tell you how bad his addiction was one time. If you guys remember TGNY, he was caught stealing out of TGNY in Louisiana. 8 cops took 8 cops to take him down. And the reason why they didn't do anything to him, because they know my grandfather. And my uncle had over $300 in his pocket. That's how bad his addiction was. Yep, exactly. But when they were calling the cops, Sophie, they were saying dismiss, dismiss. It took that officer to go to her TikTok and look and saw her foaming at the mouth. And that's when he 302'd her. 302'd her. And then she goes, guys, I was off of this app for 3 days. Not voluntarily. Your ass was committed. And they're going, oh, Lisa, you look so good. She went and got her nails done with the money that she said that she needed to get shadow with. If that wasn't enough right there for people to stop giving her freaking money, I don't know what will be. It's beg top is what I call it. Hi, Cree. But anyway, yep, they called wolves. They cried wolves so many times. One time is not going to be, there's not going to be anybody there. And just like we heard those calls on that scanner, they were telling, they were saying dismiss, dismiss, dismiss. If it wasn't for that officer, we don't know what would have happened that night. The first time I saw it is when they came there and her daughter was screaming, Mom, get up, get up. This was Abby. They came in Narcan. They can't force you to go to the hospital. They cannot force you to get in an ambulance and take you to the hospital. You say no, that's it. That's all the cops do here. Use that all day. They leave the hospital, do it again. Like the video I asked you guys to watch that Missy Tessa showed. She sent to me. The guy was in the hospital. They said there was nothing that they can do for him. He was faking. This man died because the hospital released him because they said he was faking. The shit is crazy. Yep. Exactly. Thank you, Missy Tessa, for saying that. Yep, that video made me mad too. And I dropped it for you guys to watch. Hopefully you did. But it was sad. It was part 1 and part 2. And I don't know what went on with the hospital, but I need to follow up with it because I do have it written down. I want to see if they were sued. I want to see what the family did. I really want to see that. But like Lisa's sister, if you guys don't follow her sister, I think her name is Jess the Mess or Jess with the Mess. Follow Jess. She gets all of these nasty comments. Why aren't you helping your sister? Why aren't you in the state of Pennsylvania? You cannot force someone into anything. Anything. So, but we're going to hear about it. Trust me. And she's not going to stay off TikTok for long because she's not going to get money in that Discord. She's not going to stay off TikTok for long. I have Narcan in my car. And I have one Narcan. Well, I don't know why I have it in the house, but I do have one in my car. And I had to get it through the state of Washington. They send you 2. And then they expire after. I need to check to see if it's expired so I can get another one. Yeah. So again, You guys just watch and see. We will definitely see what happens. Somebody just sent me something about TikTok, but she's not going to stay off of TikTok long. Not at all. Trust and believe me, guys. She has to be on TikTok. She has to be, because that's where she gets all these new people. And when she goes live, you hear her tapping her phone. She's tapping. That's what she's doing. Tapping to get more people in there. Then she goes, wow, 3.5K people in here, and I can't even get $20. That's what she does. I'm just looking for a kind person to help me. She lies and says she needs to get to the clinic. And if anybody pays attention, when she comes on early in the morning, she gets off at a certain time because she knows her dad is out there to take her to the clinic. She doesn't need money for an Uber. It's always 25 or 35. That's how much it costs for her fix. She received over $500 for shadow. Most of that went to pay her rug dealer, and then she started getting her supplies again. Look at her after like the third or fourth day. You can see she's using. You can see it. I can smell it through the damn screen she's using. I wouldn't want that on anybody. Anybody. So again, that is what she's doing with her life. She didn't care about her sons. She didn't care about losing. And she's not at rock bottom yet. People say she's hit rock bottom. No, she hasn't hit rock bottom yet. Rock bottom is going to be when she gets no more money off her TikTok. I was told she was doing this on Facebook. She got ran off of Facebook. She was doing it on Twitter. She got ran off of Twitter. And now she's on TikTok. She's going to get run off of TikTok. Well, she damn near has been. Sometime next week, they have 10 days. Once they put that notice on that door, they give you 10 days. They had 10 days for her to appeal, 10 business days. That's when the court is open. Okay. So then she has 10 days from when that sheriff just slapped that notice on that door, which was Wednesday or Thursday, because they had 48 hours to put the notice up there. She was reading it on one of the lives. She had it in her hand. She was like, oh, okay, so I have, 10 days. She's living in a roach-infested apartment, flies buzzing all around, cat and dog shit all over the place, and other bugs is what Officer 187 said. And for that cop to say she recommended animal control go in with a hazmat suit. Then I heard on Edie that her daughter went back to the apartment and taken one of the cats. So that's why there was only one cat and that dog was there. Nope, she wasn't live this morning. She's hiding on Discord. That's where she's hiding at. Thinking that the people that give her money, that helped her out, they're going to keep giving her money. No, honey, people are going to get tired of that and they're going to see right through you. I remember you told me that, Tina, and congratulations to him. Health, Wealth, and Hope is over 20 years clean. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. I don't have an addictive personality. Okay, I don't. When I lived in Maryland, every once in a while I had a friend, I would do a couple of bumps of coke with her. But it didn't do anything for me. It just made me, coke is supposed to calm you down. It's supposed to mellow you out. It didn't do that for me. I was hyper. I was cleaning all kinds of shit. Never bought it. Never would. I don't have an addictive personality. Congratulations, Sophie. Congratulations. I hate that term too. I hate that term junkie. I really do. See, and you dealt with it. Yeah, see, it didn't do anything for me. And I remember that night that I went to a party and I was drinking. And at the time I was dating a state trooper. And he called my friend. He says, have you heard from Heidi? He said, her car is here, but she's not here. I was skipping up and down the road. Never again. Never, ever, ever again. 30 years ago. Oh my God. Yep. That's what I said. Congratulations. Congratulations. So I'm just going to say, but you know, everybody, you know, people go through trials and tribulations. We all do in our life. It deals on what your coping skills are, your coping mechanisms. That's it. You can't cope, go to therapy. Lisa doesn't want help. Not yet anyway. She's not ready for it. See, Sophie, I didn't know. I thought it was supposed to mellow you out, okay? I didn't know. When I told you, I'm serious, I cleaned my girlfriend's whole house. I was up running, I was skipping, jumping, and I only did what? Would they call it a bump? It was a bump, is what she called it. Up both nostrils. But I was hyper all goddamn day. And I think I was like probably 26. 20. I had Nathan. Nathan was like 26, 27. It didn't come. It took, and I'm thinking that Coke is supposed to, you know, it's supposed to mellow you out. Hell no. Make me hyper as shit. And I'm already hyper. Already hyper. Well, no. And let me tell you, I've said this before. My friend that I'm talking about, her brother, was it her brother or her cousin, is Rayful Edmonds. He's one of the biggest dealers they had there. And the shit she had was either first or second cut. You can still see the yellow, okay? It was yellow all through it. So the shit she had was good. I wouldn't do that shit now. Would never do that shit now. I won't even take a pill from anybody. Hi, Stella. Good morning. Welcome. No, Missy, I did not know that. I'll tell you shit. I can't stand the smell of marijuana. Never, ever, ever. When we went to Vegas, I thought, wait a minute, Crazy Cat Mama got me, what is it called? A CBD vape, whatever the shit is. I don't give a shit what you say. I still think I taste marijuana in it. I can't even do that shit. That vape, matter of fact, the vape was actually stolen when they stole my money when I left my purse in a bathroom in Vegas. I can't stand the smell of marijuana. Never could. And I can smell it. And when I'm in Louisiana, when I'm at Mardi Gras, it's so thick in the air. It gives me a headache. I can't stand the smell of it. Yeah, so I don't. See, my vice used to be pills. I used to drink, and I used to drink. And then when I had that car accident, and y'all think I'm kidding, I had that car accident. My knee was messed up, and they gave me, what was the pill called? I would drink and pop a pill. I had to have my stomach pumped in Virginia Beach because I didn't realize that even if you're not taking the pill that day, it's in your system. It's in your system. They had to take me from my condo in an ambulance to the hospital, Virginia Beach Hospital, and I had to have my stomach pumped. That was the last time I ever did that shit. No drinking when I'm on medication. None. None. And they told me by all rights, if they didn't put that chalk and stuff in my system, they could say that I tried to S myself, and they would have to call family services and they can take my child. I'm like, but I didn't do it on purpose. That's how they scared me into letting them put that chalk so I can get this shit out of my system. Nope, we'll never do that again. Ever. That's why I don't talk with people about their day. No, you can't do that. Oh, it smells like, hi, Christoph. Savage, are you going to go live today? I know I saw that Maria was going live. I'm in Iowa. I have to license dispensary. Yeah, I got dispensaries all around me. All around me. The state of Washington is legal here. I haven't went into one dispensary. I remember when Crazy Cat Mama came, I told her I was going to take her to the dispensary. Never went. They're all around me. It's like 7-Elevens here. See, seriously, a bad car accident. It wasn't Percocet they gave me. Maybe it could have been Vicodin. I don't know, but I was taking them, and I would take a glass of wine, you know, would mellow me out. Well, I hadn't taken any because I knew I had this big barbecue to go to. It was either Memorial Day or Labor Day. Had to be Memorial Day because summer was coming. And I remember I hadn't taken any. I was at the party. I probably had maybe 2 drinks, and I just wasn't feeling myself. That's the day that I taught Nathan got in the driver's seat, and I was shifting gears for him. When I got home, I got in my bed. My cousin, I had brought my cousin back from Louisiana. She said she came in my room. She couldn't wake me up. She called an ambulance. Do you know what I was mad about the most? They cut my damn red Victoria's Secret bra. That's what I was mad about. They cut my red Victoria's Secret bra off of me. I was mad about that. I was mad. Well, of course, I was pissed because they're talking about I tried to K myself, but that wasn't the truth. But they cut off my bra. They picked me up off of my bed in my gray quilt, put me on a gurney. Do you know how embarrassed I was after I realized that they picked me up from my house with my neighbors from my condo and put me in the back of an ambulance? My cousin was telling me they were slapping me all in the face, kept shining, kept opening my eyes. I don't remember any. Even to this day, I try to remember. I don't. Okay, got you. So don't drink. Don't take pills. Nope. If I drink, I'm definitely not taking pills. If the doctor tells me, you know, it takes almost 72 hours for your medication to get in your system if you're taking any kind of opioids, any kind of opiates. Don't drink. I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, that's the one. I'm judging them giving her money. Yeah, but I didn't realize just because I wasn't taking the medicine that it was already in my system. Didn't realize it, but I would do it. You know, I would take a pill if I needed it, and I always drank wine. But that day, it affected me differently because I was drinking alcohol. And I didn't take a pill at all that day because I knew I was going to a party. Go ahead, baby. So I'm just saying, don't drink and take pills like that. Oh, yeah, Savage. Rambo, no, not for me. It was. See, Sophie, and I'm saying, and till this day, matter of fact, when I saw her when I was in Louisiana, and she always tells me, you need to thank me because I saved your life. I said I would have woke up sooner or later. She goes, yeah, okay. But she did. She said she couldn't wake me up, and that was strange. And she called 911. Well, she called her mom first. And at the time, my cousin was like 19, 20. She called her mom first. She said, because they thought I was drugged at a party. No, it was my dumb ass. Even though I didn't take a pill that day, I was still on that medication. And I chose to drink at that party. And I knew by that second drink, something wasn't right. Went home, climbed in my bed, took off my clothes. I was just in my panties and my bra. And next thing I know, I woke up in Virginia Beach General Hospital. Don't remember the ambulance ride or anything. So I always don't do it. Don't do it. But anyway, guys, I'm glad to see you guys here today. I'm glad that we were all able to have this conversation. Missy, I stopped taking them cold turkey. See, and that's what I did. That's why I haven't had an anxiety pill. So they have me on they had me on Seconal. I did take a half a Seconal one time when all this stuff happened to my mom. And my sister told me, she goes, take a pill, drink you a glass of wine. Well, no, I'm not going to take a pill. I took a half a pill. And I did sip a couple of sips of wine, and I laid in my bed. I didn't go to sleep. My nerves just had to calm down. Since I have been here, well, before I even got here, I have not taken not one of those anxiety pills. I've gone to the doctors for checkups and everything else. They'll always ask me, I said, well, I used to take this. They'll ask me, okay, well, do you need a refill? No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I need to learn to deal. If anything is bugging me, I know how to walk through it. Oh my God, I used to love Zima. I used to love those Zimas. Used to love Zimas. I can't drink them anymore because I had too many of them. So I love you guys. Sophie, it was great seeing you in chat. Thank you for coming in. Ladies of iTalk, I caught your replay the other night. Y'all go late. Y'all go live too late for me. I'll be in my bed. One corona sent you to the ER. You guys have, I'm serious. It's just nice to have conversations. It is nice just to be able to have conversations. You're always welcome, Sophie. It's just nice to have conversations with people. And, you know, and that's what I like. I like having conversations. That's when somebody come on panels sometimes. Damn it. And with Missy having her knowledge, I was hoping she would come up. Sophie came in. I was hoping she would come up. But yeah, we'll have to do this again. I need girl, you need to stop. Oh my God. I was thinking when I get to California and when we get to hang out, I need to get my white Henny from you. Oh my God, Sophie, that'll be great. Because when we were talking about, all about Lisa, and I'm glad you did come in the chat. I did drop the link. I'll drop it again if you want to come up. But, I want people to understand that it's a struggle. I'm not mad at her. Well, I'm mad at the lies and the manipulation, but the people that keep enabling her. And this one guy actually came out and said, that's his entertainment. That's his entertainment. And he wants to see her OD. Who's targeting you? Wait a minute. Who's targeting you, sweetie? I'm shaving my legs, but I will come up. Okay, girl, be careful with shaving them legs now. What do I use? I don't shave my legs. I use the cream. I use the cream on my legs. It works better and it lasts longer, Sophie. Yep. But you know what? Some of these people, but you know who she targets? She targets these elderly people, or people that have lost their kids, or people that have lost a sibling to drugs. That's who she targets. Okay, what did Cooch say? I didn't. You gotta bury. Oh my God, Missy, I didn't see that. I gotta bury my cat. So I've been getting ready to go. Oh my God, Missy, I am so sorry. So you had your cat 28 years? Oh my God. 28 years. Yes, Lisa is like a snuff film. Savage, I always target you. Oh my God, I didn't even laugh. But Missy, that is a long life. See, I don't know how long cats live. I know that dogs, well, my brother's dog, Chance. What's his name? Chase. My brother's dog, Doberman, gorgeous, looked like a damn horse. Chase lived until he was 17. And Chase got sick one day. My brother stayed home from work. He calls my sister-in-law. He was crying his eyes out. Got him to the vet, and the vet told him that, he was sick. He didn't have, oh my God. When Chase died, my brother was hugging this dog, crying his eyes out as he's digging the hole in the backyard. He's crying, and we're just sitting in the house going, what the fuck do we do here? What do we do here? It was awful. He was his son. He's never had a son. Chase was his son. He would tell Chase, go to your room. Chase would go to the bathroom and close the door. And they couldn't understand why is it, whenever they got home, that the bed was always messed up. Well, my sister-in-law doubled back home one day. She had to go get something. She found Chase in the bed under the covers. I was too done. She took a picture and sent it. Chase was in the bed when they were at work. Wait a minute. You use a machine that pulls the hair. Oh. No. No. All right, babies. I'll use it. No, I got to go. Love you guys. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. And have a great day. I'm sure I'm going to see some of you guys somewhere later today. But hell, shit. Let's just all be winners. Bye, guys. Have a great day. See you later.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got...
Guys, one more thing. Keep brown-eyed girl in your prayers, please. She's in the hospital with pneumonia and C-19. Thank you, guys. See you later. Bye.
I always have a vision. I go by at night. I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine. Need time and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight. Yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight. Always have a vision. I go by at night. I be in my feelings. gonna be fine.